found this at Common Dreams. We've talked about Maine Governor Paul LePage, the Tea Party freak in that state. If you want to know what a Trump presidency might look like, look at what LePage, the way he has misgoverned Maine, and multiply it by, pick a number, 1,000. LePage is a little tin horn fascist tyrant who uses his executive power in Maine for the most vicious, negative, in the most vicious and negative way he can. Today, what am I talking about? Today, Paul LePage said the United States might need someone like Trump to show, quote, authoritarian power, end quote, and, quote, bring back the rule of law, end quote. Now, you might as well forget bring back the rule of law. That's just hog snot. The important words there are authoritarian power. Trump, Putin, Netanyahu, pick one. They're all the same. Authoritarian power. You have to understand something, my good friends, and I know you already understand this. I mentioned this yesterday. Trump let the dead cat out of the bag during that so-called, whatever the hell it was, on Sunday night between him and Clinton. When he said, the first thing I'm going to do when I'm elected, threatening her with legal action, and then later on saying, you'll be in prison. I mean, are you kidding me? No one in presidential politics has ever said that. One of the things that I've heard commentators say during all the transitions of power that have occurred in my life, from Democrat to Republican, Republican to Republican, Democrat to all those transitions of power, when they're all standing on the, whatever it is, the portico of the Capitol building, wherever they get, the president gets sworn in. And you see the former president and some of his staff and the president, who's the person about to become president, within minutes, standing there with, in the past, his staff, his backers, and the transition of power is one of the most smoothly orchestrated examples of democracy ever. And the commentators always say, once again, that transition of power, even when it goes from Bill Clinton to George Bush, even when it goes from Lyndon Johnson to Richard Nixon. But the transition of power to Donald Trump, the authoritarian power that LePage is talking about, sucking up to Trump, I'm sure LePage would like to be in charge of, the Federal Civil Rights Division. That would be a good start for him, wouldn't it? These people are coming out of the woodwork and the rat holes, and they're coming out with their guns, and they're coming out with their stupidity, and they're coming out with their fear, and they're coming out with their rage and anger, a lot of which is justified. I don't deny that. But they're backing the wrong person. This is what I don't understand. I cannot get my mind around this. Authoritarian power. Governor Paul LePage says that he hopes Donald Trump will bring. He made the comments on a local radio station in Maine where he also kind of downplayed the outrage over Trump's remarks that we've all heard enough times now. We can repeat them verbatim. He said, quote, on this radio program, we need a Donald Trump to show some authoritarian power in our country and bring back the rule of law. When you couple that with what Trump said during the so-called debate, the threat to jail Hillary Clinton if he's elected, if that's not dangerously authoritarian, if that's not exactly what LePage is talking about, then send me an email and tell me what he is talking about. And then he accused Obama. This is how insane, and I mean this, authoritarians or dictators or Big Brother or this is how mad, insane they are. LePage accused Barack Obama of being an autocrat. Obama. Not Bush, not Cheney. Obama. Under whom, LePage says, we're slipping into anarchy. What LePage is trying to do, what all these right-wingers try to do, the ones that control the microphones, and they're trying to divert, and they're succeeding to a degree. This rage and anger and the feeling of desperation that so many American workers feel, they're trying to divert it, deflect it away from the Republican Party, which is where it belongs, onto Hillary Clinton? Oh, good God. Well, I was going to say, if the working class, the white male working class in America that seems to be the one, the class, the level, I don't know, that backs Trump the most furiously, if they really wanted to demolish the Republican Party, which is what Trump wants to do, by the way, if they really wanted a chance to make this transition in their lives, then they would have voted for Bernie Sanders, who offered every American, just not a bunch of smoke and mirrors, because Sanders laid it out how it could be paid for. I know some economists said this is bullshit. There are a lot of economists said, this could be done. Imagine what could be done if corporate income that is being hidden around the world were brought home and taxed according to our laws. What could be financed? Oh my God, the list is endless. How many jobs could be created if the Republican Congress would have gone along with the Democrats in Congress for a public works program, where the government provided the money? You know what interest rates are right now? They're practically what? The government can borrow at what? 0.5%, 1%. This is the time that there should be massive infusions of cash into the economy, into the infrastructure. And who is stopping it? The Republicans.